composite functions. We are given f of x is equals to 2x squared plus 1, g of x is equals to 6x minus 7. We have to find f of g of 2, f of g of x, f of x, g of f, which can be written as g of x, and f of f means f of x. So let's try to solve them. First thing we need to find is f of g of 2. That means we need to find out g of 2 first. So we have g of x, which is 6x minus 7. We replace x by 2. So in g of x we substitute x is equals to 2. So we replace it with 2. That gives us 12. 12 minus 7 gives us 5. So we have g of 2 as 5. Now we substitute the value of g of 2 in the function f of x. So we have f of x. We replace the x value by g of 2. Wherever we have x, we replace that with g of 2. And now we know the value of g of 2 is 5, so we replace that value by 5. The square of 5 is 25. 25 times 2 plus 1, that gives us 51. In part 2, we have to find out f of g of x. So we replace the x by g of x, which is given by this, in the function f of x 2x squared plus 1. So we replace this x by g of x. So everywhere you have, wherever you have x, you just replace it by g of x. And then we know the value of g of x, which is 6x minus 7. So we replace its value. Now it's a minus b whole square, or you can expand this brackets. So this gives us 2 as it is, the square of 6, which is 36x squared, plus the square of 7, which is 49, and then 2 times 6 into 7, that gives us 84, and 1 comes as it is. You can further simplify it, or you can leave it like that. You multiply 2 to 36 to 49 into 84, and then you write down plus 1 as it is, x squared as it is, this one is as it is, and we add these numbers, that gives us 99. In part 3, we need to find out f of x. That means we have to replace x with f of x in the function f of x. So here we replace x with f of x. Get this thing. Now we know the value of f of x, which is this, 2x squared plus 1. We substitute that value. We again expand the brackets. Square of the first one, the square of the second one, 2 times first and second. Or you can just expand it by 2x squared plus 1 into 2x squared plus 1. If you multiply them, this will give you this. Now multiply 2 to all these 3 terms. You get 8x squared plus 2 plus 8x and plus 1. 8x squared comes as it is, 8x comes as it is, and we add 2 and 1 gives us 3. Part 4 says we need to find out g of x. That means we have to replace x with g of x inside the function g of x, which is 6x minus 7. So we replace this x by g of x. And now we know the value of g of x, so substitute that value. Expand it or simplify it. 6 times 6x is 36, and 6 times 7 is 42, and minus 7 comes as it is. You add these up, it gives us 36x minus 49. So first we need to find out f of minus 2, and then put that value inside the function f. So we have f of x as f of x is 2x squared plus 1. 2x squared plus 1. We need to find out f of minus 2. That means 2 times minus 2 squared plus 1. And that gives us 2 times 4 plus 1. And that is 8 plus 1 is 9. So now we have to put f of minus 2. And again, this function replace x with f of minus 2. So 2 times f of minus 2 squared plus 1. We already know the value of f of minus 2. So f of minus 2 is equals to 2 times 9 squared plus 1. 2 times 81 plus 1. That gives us 216 plus 1, 163.